In the vast sweep of galactic history, there are places where the Force doesn't just flow, it erupts. Wellsprings of energy so intense that reality itself bends. Visions spill into the minds of travelers, and ancient powers awaken. Jedi and Sith alike have fought, built, meditated, and even died upon these locations. These are known as vergences, the mysterious Force Nexuses. Greetings, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, and welcome back to the Infernal Brotherhood. Today we are exploring one of the most enigmatic phenomena in Star Wars legends, the Force Nexus, or Vergence. These rare alignments of energy shaped civilizations, forged artifacts of impossible power, and even centered themselves on living beings. So grab your robes, ignite your sabers, and let's take a journey through the galaxy's most concentrated points of the Force. A vergence, sometimes called a Force Nexus, is a location, object, or in extremely rare cases, a person where the Force gathers in overwhelming concentration. In these places, the Force flows more freely, amplifying abilities, altering perception, and revealing visions normally hidden behind the veil of time. Vergences vary dramatically in scale. Some span entire planets. Others are confined to a single chamber. Some last for a fleeting moment in history, others endure for millennia. Both the Jedi and the Sith sought these places out, studying their origins and using them to empower meditation, rituals, or more sinister experiments. But even the most learned masters could never explain why vergences formed. Every theory, planetary alignment, history of tragedy, mass presence of Force users, was riddled with flaws. Ultimately, the Force chooses where it pools, and mortals are left to wonder why. Throughout history, several of the most iconic locations in Star Wars were built directly atop these nexuses. Jedi nexuses include the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, which stood upon the Sacred Spire, a natural mountain and a focal point of light side energy. Though later corrupted by the dark presence of Lord Nyax during the Yuuzhan Vong War, it remained one of the oldest known vergences recognized by the Order. The Ilum Temple, with its legendary Kyber crystal caverns, channeled immense Force energy, guiding Jedi younglings through their trials. The Temple of Edit on Deveron was also built on a powerful nexus, designed to amplify contemplation and connection with the Force. The Valley of the Jedi, site of the Seventh Battle of Ruusan, held the trapped spirits of thousands of light and dark side users, creating one of the most potent vergences in galactic history. Dark side nexuses. Other nexuses were so wrapped by suffering, ritual, or corruption that they became fonts of pure dark side energy. Korriban, home of the Sith, radiated darkness throughout the Valley of the Dark Lords. Vjun became a nexus after centuries of fear, death, and chemical devastation. The Dark Side Cave on Dagobah, described by Luke Skywalker himself, was infused by the death of a powerful dark side user. Biss, infused with the presence of Palpatine's clones and alchemical experiments, drained the life energies of all who lived there. Even the empty void over Endor once housed a dark vergence formed by another Sith death. Nexuses aren't always tied to Force users. Nam Chorios became a vergence simply because the native life forms, the Sills, radiated Force energy naturally. And in rare cases, nexuses could even be drained. In 14 ABY, the disciples of Ragnos used the Scepter of Ragnos to siphon multiple vergences, weakening them or extinguishing them altogether. When an object rests within a nexus for long enough, the concentrated energy seeps into it, creating what the Jedi called talismans. These artifacts can develop extraordinary traits. Blades that never dull, objects capable of absorbing Force lightning, items that accelerate perception, allowing faster reactions, tools that grant non-Force sensitives limited access to powers they normally could not touch. If the Nexus was aligned to a particular aspect of the Force, light or dark, the talisman could become unbearable to those of opposing alignment. Famous examples include the Tear of the Elders, the Bardotan Sphere, the Grimoire of Cyclos the Lame. These weren't just relics, they were mobile vergences in their own right. The rarest and most mysterious form of experience is a vergence centered on a living being. Mitra Surik, the Jedi exile, was considered the center of a powerful and unique vergence. Her very presence influenced the Force around her. Qui-Gon Jinn believed that Anakin Skywalker himself was a vergence in the Force, a living concentration of energy unlike anything recorded in the Jedi archives. On Spintir, the caves of light and shadow formed around the ancient clash between light and dark. This nexus eventually corrupted native ice wolves, and once its purpose was fulfilled, the cave sealed itself, as though the Force had closed its own wound. These living vergences defied every known explanation, suggesting that the Force can choose people as easily as it chooses places. And that brings us to the end of today's exploration of Force Nexuses, mysterious wells of power that shaped the destiny of both the Jedi and the Sith. If you enjoyed diving into this concentrated lore, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing the video. And as always, your support through Patron or channel memberships helps the Infernal Brotherhood continue exploring the deep history of the Star Wars Legends universe. Until we convene again, my fellow scruffy-looking Nerf Herders, may the Force be with you.